Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2018 Fortune Global Forum. For 23 years, we've been gathering world leaders and tech titans and the heads of global businesses in the leading cities around the world, and particularly those that are the frontiers of international commerce. I am so pleased to say we are gathered here in one of those frontiers, and by all accounts, the nicest of the frontiers. Beautiful Toronto, Canada. In today's global environment, companies are facing massive technology-driven disruption, resource scarcity, changing government rules, social media challenges, volatile markets, and new requirements for satisfying customers and employees and shareholders. So the companies that look at those challenges as opportunities are really the best and most successful companies, and we think that there's an opportunity to turn those opportunities into opportunities for renewal and for economic growth that works for everybody. And that's really the theme of this year's forum, economic growth that works for everyone. We have a very exciting 3 days planned. A lot of the excitement will happen outside of these rooms, and I hope you'll all enjoy all of the events that we've got planned for you. I urge you all to take advantage of the time here at the plenaries and in the concurrent sessions that we've got. You don't want to miss any of that. Also, I'd like to extend importantly, a special thanks to our partners, without whom we could not make the Fortune Global Forum possible. Our host country, Canada, thank you. Thank you, please. As well as Destination Canada, Export Development Canada, and Invest in Canada. Our partners, oops, we get a lot of them. Hold on a second, please. Our partners include Allstate, our prosperity partner, Globality, Herman Miller, Insigniam, our knowledge partner, McKinsey & Company, Ripple, Siemens, Yunnan, Edelman, our official communications agency, and International SOS. And we also have an app for your access, to access the current information about the conference online. To download it, just go to the Apple Store or Google Play and search under Fortune Global Forum. How many of you have already done that? Great. Wow, that's a first. That's fantastic. Just a friendly reminder for our media about our media policy. What's said on stage or at the roundtables is on the record, which means it can be used for reporting or for social media posting by any of you in the room or anybody else. What's said at the dinner table or in a break or in a private walk is private, okay? So please don't use that unless you both agree otherwise to put that out there. And a reminder always to wear your credentials. I don't have mine here, but I actually was stopped on the way over here. So that will get you into all our different sessions, and it will get you into all of our events tonight and tomorrow. So during today's session, if you require translation, number 1 is for English on your channels, 2 is for French, and 3 is for Mandarin. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are gathered here today on the traditional territory of the Mississauga of the Credit. And we would now like to invite Chief Stacy Laforme on the stage to offer an opening prayer. Chief Laforme. Thank you, Chief.
I was given very careful directions where to stand. Am I beautiful? They put a little makeup on me. Ani, Bazu, Nagani, Nishtabeki Nini, Stace Laform, Disneykas, Credit Dunjaba, Mainga Dodum, Mississauga, Nishnave Dao. I just said hi. It's a beautiful language, stretch it out. Now I told you my Anishinaabe name, where I'm from, and what my clan is. See, if I followed my mother's side, I would be a wolf. If I followed my father's side, I would be a turtle. So that's the clan systems we have. I choose to follow the wolf because, well, it's sexy. No, I'm kidding. And to all those people that are watching this live stream and you happen to be a turtle, I apologize. So I'd just like to acknowledge the Creator of the world around us and our place within it. I'd like to acknowledge and offer my respect to the many nations who lived on this land in the past, those who live it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe. I'd like to offer you a prayer, and you might see that I brought a book with me. The prayer is mine. I wrote it. It's actually in the book, but this is just in case I forget. So we give thanks to the Creator for allowing this gathering. We ask that He guide us and forgive us when we falter and disappoint. For though we aspire to greatness, we are, after all, only human. Grant us a clear mind, a pure heart, and courage. A clear mind to make intelligent and well-thought-out decisions. A pure heart to make decisions without personal bias or desire. And the courage to use both, a clear mind and a pure heart in our lives. Let us set aside small differences. Let us concentrate on real issues. Let us never be bogged down in rhetoric. Let us live each day with a feeling of accomplishment and pride. Most importantly, let us remember, we're not adversaries nor are we enemies. We share a similar history, a kindred spirit, and a common heritage. We must always remember the real reason we gather, to do the right thing for our people, our children, and our future. So, I don't have a lot of time to spend with you, and I lost my glasses. Let me see it. Ah, good. Come on, everybody does that. So, I was going to tell you a story about the shirt, but I'll have to skip that. It's a pleasure to be here. I debated about, what do I say to a room full of leaders and people who've traveled the world and dealt with so many interesting discussions. And so I was like, I've only got a few minutes. What do I say to them? I settled on thinking that, very few people in the world sit where you get to sit and do what you get to do and make leadership roles. So I think you have a responsibility to the entire world to take a leadership role, because in today's society, we're in desperate need of good, strong leaders. And I think that that's the thing that you can bring to us. So I'd like to say that, we live in a time when intelligence is not enough anymore. We have to start teaching consciousness. And I would like to leave you with the following poem. And I don't know if anybody told you, but I'm also a poet and a storyteller. So I'd like to leave you with the following poem from the perspective of our mother, the earth. And this is what's going to happen, in my perspective, if we don't become better caretakers. Simply called Mother. Why do you hurt me when I have nothing but love for you? I have seen you crawl from the dark into the light. I have watched you learn to walk and then to fly. I have seen you squabble and fight. I have cheered for you and I have feared for you. I give freely of what is mine to give, yet you take more than I am able. You hurt me more and more. You ignore my pain and my cries. I am ancient, but I am not immortal. I have a time. Why do you seek to rob me of it? Through the years I have been here for you and yours, for your grandmothers and their grandmothers and their grandmothers. I would stay to see your children raise their children, but I cannot, for I am dying. I do not measure the passing of time as you do. Nevertheless, I know my time is coming, and it is soon. I love you, my children, but I fear I will fail you. And even though you have failed me first, anger is not in me, for I was created of love, as were you. Therefore, the toughest part of goodbye is knowing that you cannot go on without me, that your time will end far too soon, and no one will know. This great journey, this grand adventure called humanity, will be undone as if it never existed. I will care for you as long as I am able. Yet when the rivers no longer flow, when the trees die, when the wind rages and the storms come, know that it is not my anger, it is the end of the love I can no longer give, the love you can no longer take. It is my end, and sadly, it is yours. So, you can applaud if you like to. I know, it's a deep, I just want to say, welcome, be at home, enjoy your stay with us. Chi Miigwech. I'm going to go at the back. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief LaForme. That was wonderful. It was a perfect way to begin this next couple of days. I'd now like to recognize our Fortune Global Forum co-chairs, importantly. Please stand where you are. Adam Lashinsky, our executive editor at Fortune magazine. Don Barton, former global managing partner at McKinsey & Company. Thank you, Don. And I'd like to invite our third co-chair to the stage to introduce our guest of honor. Please welcome the chair of Fortune's Most Powerful Women International, Nina Easton. Thank you.